Told my family, but they just don't believe me. Now we see prophecy unfolding on their TV. Angels on them four corners like some CZs. Niggas don't get right, we gon' leave him. This nigga vision clouded like he got cataracts. When that war come, Lord willing, we that battle wax. Riding with them North Stars like we a Cadillac. White man kingdom gon' fall like an avalanche. Northern lights, feel my aura. These all getting hot, rock Sodom and Gomorrah.
Hey, how you doing? You doing all right? You Hispanic?
Like
on your father's side?
On my mom's side.
What are you on your father's side?
American.
Huh?
American.
Okay. Okay. So, is your dad? What is your dad? Your dad Mexican, white?
White from Texas.
Your father is white? Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay, so yeah. So the reason why I'm asking you this is because basically what we're teaching is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians go back to the Israelites, but because you told me that you said your father's a white man, right? That would make you not an Israelite. You would basically go back to Esau. Yep. So this gospel is not for you.
Sure.
So I mean, you can look though. You can definitely look. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk to us about the Bible?
Scripture.
Sister, you probably never talked about it like this, though. It's crazy, man. So what do you do? Matter of fact, since you standing here, because you said you're American, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say that America did that to black people?
When I say America did that to black people.
Yeah, since you standing here. Would you say that because you said your father's American, right?
Yeah.
Would you not say that this is the work of America?
I would say it's work of man.
Okay, I didn't ask that. I asked, would you not say that this is the work of America?
I don't think that a country can do something to you. I think people inside of the country can do things.
I mean, I agree. There's people. There's definitely.
Over to me
Go ahead.
and punch me in the face. The country didn't make you do that. You did that because you had your own free will.
Was that not systematic? Yes or no? Did that not happen systematically? So by default, would I be wrong by sitting up there saying that America did that?
History through time, things change. It's just like
what has changed? What has changed? What has changed?
It's just like talking about privilege.
Mm-hmm. So is there a such thing as privilege in today's society?
Privilege?
White privilege. Is there a such thing as white privilege? So there's not a such thing as white privilege in today's society.
Name something that you can't do that I can do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. First and foremost, let's start here. Let's start here, okay? Let's start here. So, if I commit a crime, and you commit a crime, right?
Right. We'll both probably be tried to the fullest extent of the law, depending on the resources.
No, hold on, because you already know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
I don't.
If I commit a crime and you commit a crime,
sure.
Who's going to get the harsher punishment?
Depends on the severity of the crime.
If we do the same thing. I said if we do the same thing.
If you and I both run a stop sign, we're both going to get a ticket. If
no,
you and I both
speed,
we're gonna get
and I'm asking you,
if we both
who gets, like, okay, let's just say it's a severe crime. Let's say it's murder or something like that. Okay. If you do that and if I do that, who's going to get the harsher punishment?
All depends.
So it depends.
Yeah, there's different stages. There's second degree murder, third degree murder, first degree murder, and then
that's not the point. The point is who receives the harsher punishment. Who's going to receive a harsher punishment? Who has consistently received a harsher punishment throughout history? Please explain that. Tell me who's clearly received a harsher punishment between the white man and the black man.
Between the white man or the black man?
I'm asking you right now because you said your father is American.
300 years ago. You didn't live 300 years ago.
Is there not eyewitnesses of that time that have wrote down their stories? This is crazy.
When you bring up something and say that it's systematic.
Look, is there not people that were around during that time that wrote down their stories? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why are we so you're saying that because we wasn't around, we can't sit up there and say that. That's what you're saying.
Systematic?
That's what you're saying, systematically. Okay, so
There's nothing that you can't do that I
okay, so what's your question about the wealth gap? How did the wealth gap become what it is in today's time?
People become smarter.
Okay, so
People have gotten
so white people can have hold on.
Walking up and
Yeah,
down.
it sounded crazy.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Let me ask you a question. By walking up and down here, and you've been here since I walked in, you and I both know that there are people that have probably displayed more poignant ignorance directed towards you than other people have. Would you agree?
Say it again.
Some people would have treated you more rudely walking back and forth than other people. Some people.
I mean, and that's fine. That's on an individual level. But what we're saying is this, and this is the thing. This is the reason why I try to bring out to you about the clear discrepancy when you look into the wealth gap. You look into the wealth gap.
Sure.
How did the wealth gap become what it was, and how does that affect black people today? See, and that's the thing. It's not that black people are just lazy and they don't do they work. They don't. Well, I'm just saying that's what a lot of people say. That's the consensus these days. Black people are. Well, that's fine. That's fine. But that's the consensus. That's what white people say in today's time. They'll sit up there and say, "Oh, they're just lazy. They don't want to work." Okay, but the thing is, even when you deal with the wealth gap,
has anybody said that to you today?
Can I bring it out? Can I bring out what I'm saying? Even when you deal with the wealth gap, when you deal with loans on house loans, home loans, when you deal with loans on houses. Black people weren't able to receive those same type of loans that white people were able to receive, and that's history. You can look this up. You can clearly look this up in history, and you can see. Okay.
The exact same thing.
So let me ask you a question. What I'm showing you is even when you deal with the loans, when you deal with loans and stuff like that, how that affected black people. That's what helped white people get ahead to the point of where they're at. And where black people are at, they're not at the same level because of the certain type of discrimination that they had to go through because of what happened in history. That's what I'm telling you. You're sitting up there saying there's no privilege, but I'm saying that history painted a picture that continued on, and it was fabricated. What am I trying to say? It was woven into the system that played a role to keep us down in the predicament we're at today. I'm not saying that black people, even with that happening, I'm not saying black people should just be like, oh, we've already been systematically destroyed, so we shouldn't do anything at all. I'm not saying that.
But wouldn't it be the exact opposite? Because now we're dealing with cultural diversity, equity, and exclusion. We're dealing with DEI. People are not hiring people based on merit, at least in blue cities or blue states. They're not hiring people based on merit. They're hiring people based on either a religion or an ethnicity. Or look at New York, look at Chicago. DEI is still actively prominent, where someone who is a person of culture, regardless of who it is, a Japanese person, an Indian person, a black person, doesn't matter, gets hired because of either their ethnicity, their race, or their ideology of belief, not necessarily by merit.
Why do you think they put policies and stuff like that in place though? Like even like with affirmative action, would you say that that's another thing that you would sit up there and be like, okay, this is put in place for certain people to be able to get where they need to get?
Well, I think somebody should be hired based on their merit, not based on where they're from or their upbringing or their religion or who they are. It's about the skill and the merit. If you and I both have college degrees and we both want to go apply to be a doctor's position, depending on where you go, you may get that job before I do because that company might hire DEI.
Do you know that when you look up bro, this is something you can Google this quick. You can Google this up.
Sure.
If I apply for a job, let's just say they take away DEI, all this other stuff. Let's just say they do that. Okay. If I apply for a job, your name's Nate, my name's Delwan. Do you know that a lot of jobs will not hire Delwan based on their name because they already know that that's most likely a black man? And you can look this up. This is literally a part of the system. This is so you can't sit up there and say there's no such thing as white privilege. If it's based on the simple fact, what do you mean exactly?
There's no such thing as white privilege.
I said you can't say that.
Why not?
If I can't get a job
based, what can you do that I can do?
Is he not listening?
I could get a job. We could go anywhere.
What did I just? Bro, okay, so did you not listen to what I just said?
I did.
But you're just being a demon right now. No, I said if I apply. Okay, so I put my heart into going to look for a job.
Sure.
You put your heart into going to look for a job, right? Right?
Sure.
Your name's Nate. My name's Delwan, right?
Okay.
But Nate got the job because Delwan is most likely a African American.
I don't think so.
But that you can look this up. This is clear.
Have you hired people? I've hired people.
And that's another
Hired
thing.
people.
Okay, and you're in a position to do that.
Multiple people.
You're in a position to do that.
Because I worked my way up from that.
Okay.
When I graduated from high school,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't go to college. Okay, I was making $9 an hour, spending $400 a week on a motel room in the state of Florida. I made $9 an hour and paid $400 a week working a part-time job. I've worked since I was 13 years old. I started at a flea market selling splat balls, and I've worked for 15 years of my life to be able to work to own a business.
Okay,
Nobody's
and that
given me a penny.
Okay,
Nobody's given
okay,
me
that's
a
cool.
dollar.
That's
so
cool.
I don't think that based on just because I'm Hispanic, that means it's systematically more difficult for me to get a job. I never felt that way. Never took a penny from the government. Never took a dime from anybody that I didn't pay back. Started with nothing. When I started my business, I had to borrow $2,000 to get a loan. Like,
Bro,
I've worked my whole life without a degree.
Bro, check this out. Whoop-de-doo.
Chin up, head up, whoop-de-doo. Chin up, head up, whoop-de-doo.
That's what you did.
But you're saying
that's
that
what
there's
you
a
have
system
done.
in place
And
that makes
I'm
people
saying
down, and I
you
don't think that's true.
you can look this up though. Let's just say specifically you. Maybe you didn't hire somebody based on their name to whatever. Maybe, and I'm not saying that the person Delwan didn't have the same qualities. Delwan could have been exceptional, in trying to get the job. You know what I'm saying? He could have had all the skills, all the skill set, all the qualities, everything to receive the job. But what I'm saying is it's a known fact, and you can look this up yourself. When you leave from here, look this up. Is it a fact that a lot of times, I'm not saying every time, but a lot of times, because even in your fact, you're saying that you never did that. Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
I'll take what you said. But what I'm saying is this: you can look this up. It's a known fact when certain black people or whoever is trying to, apply for a job, they can apply for a job, have the same qualities, just like you, same skill set to whatever. But Nate will get the job before Delwan to get the job, and that's just the facts. You can look this up. Look it up.
I don't think that's that way.
You might not feel like it, but it's the reality. You can look this up yourself.
I mean, I have yet to, even people that I associate with, people who manage businesses or run businesses, I've never seen it that way, Like I said, when I review applicants or whenever anybody that I've talked to at any companies, and we're talking about big brand like retailers, I mean, I hire people the same way. I hire them purely based on merit. If Dewan has a degree and has more skills and has more merit, and Nate doesn't have any work experience, then I'm probably going to hire Dewan because he's a more skilled worker.
And that's fine. That's you. That's fine. That's you.
Probably most of America.
I mean, you can say what you want to say, but you still can't get past. You can't get past. Just look it up. But I want to ask you a question. What's the American way? What made matter of fact? What made America great?
What made America great?
What makes any kingdom great?
I think that it correlates. What makes America great is part of what makes the American dream. And I think that has to do with people working hard, wanting to do better for themselves.
How were people able to get a dream?
How do I get in here? We order carry out.
I don't know. Go in there. Probably go around there or something.
That way?
Probably go around in there. If you order something in there.
Yeah, I ordered something.
Yeah, go in there or something like that.
We live like a half mile away. We came from that way. I couldn't get in that way.
Go. Are you listening? Are you looking at me?
Well, look at,
You hear me? Go in there.
why are you being an asshole?
I know, and I'm responding to you. We told you to go in there. I didn't. No, hold on. And for the record. I didn't know you was legally blind. I'm seeing you talk to me. And I'm trying to say something to you, and I'm not understanding. So just for the record. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I know that you said.
Yeah,
that
but
way.
you gotta go.
I
You
didn't
gotta
know
go.
specifically. Which
So you gotta go right where your hand is pointing. Go that way. Yeah, go that way.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Yep. No problem. Okay. Cool. But like I was saying, what's the American way? Because you was talking about the American. That was crazy. The American dream, right?
I'll tell you to go that way. Shit.
But see, he said he's legally blind or whatever. But I mean, he's walking around here though, like he needs somebody or something. Like I mean, like bro, I'm like, are you? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that was diabolical when I said that. But he looked like he wasn't looking at me. I'm like, are you not listening to me?
Yeah,
but look,
but we kept on giving them instructions.
exactly, we kept giving him instructions. So, yeah, like I was asking you, what's the American dream like?
I think the American dream has to do with being able to create something for yourself, the people you care about, wanting to, have a house, have a family, right? Wanting to do what's best for your future. If you have kids, I think, kids are one of God's greatest blessings. And, I think that if you have a family, you work hard, you try to do what's best for you, do what's best for your family, try to do what's best for the country. I think that's the American dream. I think that's what makes America great.
Perfect. Was everybody included in that dream in the beginning in the beginning of this country becoming a country?
That's right.
I think that throughout time.
No, I'm talking about the beginning, not throughout time, not as time progressed. I'm talking about in the but I'm not asking about as things change and as things progress. I'm asking from the beginning, from the onset, the beginning of this country becoming what it is. We're talking about the American dream. Was everybody included in that dream? Yes or no?
A lot of people weren't. A lot of people.
Okay, so
now everybody is.
Okay, so a lot of people were not. Okay,
if you're a
cool.
Then anybody is.
Okay, cool. So everybody. Okay, and that's the thing. Like you said if you're a citizen, you're included, but a lot of people were not included from the gate. So would you not say? Oh, and this is the thing. Would you not say the origin of something? Like if I sit up there and be like, okay, well, the American dream is for a specific group of people, and then I sit up there and say, even though the American dream is for these white people, but then we have these blacks enslaved. You see what I'm saying? So they never got a chance to taste it because they were already captive to the white people, right?
You are aware there are slaves today in other countries, right? I mean,
we're talking about America right now.
Yeah,
we're not talking about.
Like,
we're,
you want to talk about the past, but you don't want to talk about today.
No, you're literally talking about other countries, and you're getting we're staying on topic. You're trying to get off the topic by talking about other countries. I specifically said the American way and the American dream. That's what I brought out, right?
Yeah, it's alive.
And correct. Okay, and I said that in the beginning of all of that, I said that certain people were not included, right? Sure. So why should we include them now in that? Why should we include them? Why should we even say that they are even a product of the American dream if it was never instituted for them in the beginning?
We live in a time now where equality is more stronger than ever.
You're telling me that equality? Woo.
Yeah.
No wonder you said your father was American. You're really a strong arm for America, right?
I'm very strong.
Well, I want you to know this. I want you to know this. Somebody get Babylon. Babylon is fallen. Somebody get that. I want to tell you this because it's good that you cherish America. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I love everybody. And somebody get whoever get Babylon is fallen. You get Revelation 18 and 21. I want to show you something. There's a kingdom that's prophesied at the end of the Bible, the last book of the Bible. It's called Babylon. Have you ever heard of that?
Partially, a little bit.
Okay. When you actually go into the history and go into everything, even prophecy, sure, you would find that Babylon is America. I want to show you what's going to happen to Babylon. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
And that's the thing. This nation is going to be destroyed. And that's what we're telling you. You're sitting up here trying to be a strong arm for a nation that's going to be destroyed. Not only because of the things that they did to the children of Israel while they were here, but also because of the wickedness that's going on in this nation.
There's a lot of
this place is going to be destroyed. Now go ahead, get that.
Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
This place is going to go down in violence. Because guess what? The beginning of this place coming into existence, guess what? Violence. You know how look, let me ask you a question. Have America been in war more times than it has not been in war since the beginning of it?
America in war. Has it been in war more than it's not?
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's literally, look, you can look this up. Look this up too. When you look this up, when you actually look it up, from since 1776, America has damn near been in conflict and in war with people for damn near 240 some years of that time. The whole time, and you can look this up, they have been at war since the onset of this place coming into existence. So the Bible says, thus with violence shall that same place that has been at war, that has enslaved the children of Israel, guess what? It's going down. And that's the thing. You are sitting up here, and this is what you're willing to stand behind. You're willing to stand behind a nation that has profited off of enslaving the chosen people of God. And that's why we're out here. We're out here to sit up here and
Because
rebuke.
we're a capitalist country?
What I'm saying is this. I'm saying that you're willing to sit up there. Did you hear what I said?
I got that too.
What you got? Yeah. You can read that for him.
This was in March 2017. The U.S. has been at war 222 times.
220 times. Okay, I was off.
222 times out of 239 years.
Could you please cite the source?
What do you? Go ahead, tell me the
Please cite
source.
the source. Please cite the source.
Go ahead, just show him.
Or if I could see it.
You can look it up,
Yeah,
and you can look it up. It's more places where you can find this. There's more places where you can find this.
Hypotheses. I've never heard of this. Is there any way, by any chance, could you pull this from a credible source?
I'm pretty sure you can look it up. I'm telling you. You find it on there. There's other places where you can find this, but this is
The
clear.
reason I say is because you're sharing the message, so I understand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you want to get a good source. Yeah, that's good.
If I say John from around the corner says that driving backwards is bad, it's very hard to put credibility behind something.
Right.
If I can't cite an accurate source, that's the only reason I'm saying.
No, that's cool. That's cool. And I that's fair. That's fair. But we didn't. But that shows you that we didn't just say nothing either, though. Because it's one thing for us to sit up there and just say something and not even have any backing or not even been in looking at anything, whether it's the most credible source or not.
If you want statistics, though, you can find statistics about anything. I agree. That says 80% of the world thinks that the sky is green. Doesn't mean that it's accurate.
I mean, I agree, but what I'm saying, I agree with your point. But what I'm saying is this: it shows that we didn't just pull nothing out of thin air either, though. You see what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Well, I'm not sitting up there saying.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that the Earth is flat?
It really doesn't. I'm gonna be honest. It really doesn't matter to me.
Do you think that it's flat?
Whether it's flat or not. I mean, there's certain people that have certain things that they say that make it appear to be a certain way, and there's certain things other people say that make it appear to be another way.
It's the same thing.
Either way.
The Book of Gospel, I'll always take the Book of Gospel.
You said what?
The Book of God. When you guys cite Bible verses, I'll always take it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. And you know what? You really don't have to agree with that. But it still doesn't take away the simple fact that this nation was founded off of enslavement. So it still doesn't take that away. So you can say whatever you want about the source, but that's history that you can't get around.
I would probably say.
So can you deal with that history? You can't deal with that, right?
The country was based more on freedom.
So at the onset of them trying to get their freedom, they had slaves that couldn't get no freedom, right?
Okay.
Right? But the country is based on freedom, but they had slaves at the same time. They're crying out for their freedom, but they have slaves under their arms. You're telling me that this country is based on freedom?
Today, yeah.
This is today, but we're not. That's not the context of what we're talking about. We're literally talking about. We're talking about.
You have that right,
bro. This dude just sat up there and said, and see, he keeps going. Oh, today. We're literally talking about the beginning of how this country came to pass. How this country came to pass. We're dealing with the beginning, but you can't deal with the beginning, so you run to look at today. And even today is still the same thing. Just because I can sit up here on the sidewalk and I can film, don't stop me from the police whooping my ass for me just doing nothing. It doesn't stop that. It doesn't stop that. Let me tell you something. I've gotten stopped. Look, let me tell you something. I was riding down the street one time, and this is years back. This is before I even came into doing what I'm doing. I wasn't bothering anybody. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was living in a neighborhood, and I was just driving around in my car. I had a bandana on, but I wasn't harming anybody.
Sure.
Did nothing, had no gun, no nothing. Had nothing on me.
No, put it in your back pocket.
Yeah, put it in your back pocket. That's cool. Yeah, but look, I had nothing on me, but guess what? I got stopped by police officers, and guess what? I got stopped by damn near. They called and I'm at my mama's house, outside sitting in my car. Stopped by like eight cop cars. Sure. And they all showed up to the car, surrounded the car, thinking I had something, think I was doing something, when I wasn't doing anything at all.
Sure.
That don't happen to you guys.
It has happened to me.
I mean, you look Hispanic, but I'm saying as a man that looks like a man that looks of the complexion of a so-called Caucasian man, that does not happen to them like it happens to us. Would you not agree? Yes or no?
I think
you got to be honest, bro.
I do. I think that thousands of people have different interactions with cops because I think we're human and we're not all the same.
Hey, brother, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question, brother? Can I ask you? No, just real quick. It's real quick, brother. Damn, brother, you can't even talk to us. Oh, this is crazy, bro. He talked to us longer than anybody to talk to us, and our own brother came. That's crazy, bro. We just asking one question.
I try to have civil conversation.
That is sad, but this shows you that we're the Israelites because they don't care about the Bible.
That's a perfect example of saying that just because one person will treat you one way, not everybody's going to treat you the same way.
No, but
I think that's not right. It's just like you talk about having a confrontation with the police, and I've had a confrontation with the police.
I know, but
not everybody's
you
gonna
look
treat
more
everybody the
Hispanic.
same.
Even though your father is a white man, is American or a white man, that still doesn't change the fact you look Hispanic. So of course they're not gonna. They're gonna attack you. They're gonna attack you just like they're gonna attack us.
But I'm saying,
I mean, bro, if you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't see that it's a war going on between the so-called white man and the children of God, then you just don't know what's going on. You're so. What's up?
People drunk from drinking her wine. He drunk the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. We read that scripture too, like drunk from the wine of Babylon, man.
The poor, Esau's make Ishmael get it off the floor. Have Moab make it, serve it the airman. It's all that hatred for Jacob, whammon. Pass Jake the money, he'll rubber band it. Is that or war or both and famine?